following this on down, 25. To whom then will you liken me, or shall I be equal, saith the Holy One? Well, who is God except the Lord, and who's the rock except our God? There is no rock, there is no God like our God, right? So there is none. He is equal to none. You know, he said, God in the Old Testament, he said, you've been sacrificing to everything. You've been sacrificing to the Queen of Heaven. He said, so I took a look around, and I don't see her. I'm up here by myself. There's only one God. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. He is over all and above all. And he says, to whom will I be likened? To whom will I be equal? No one. When he swore to Abraham, because he could swear by no greater, he swore by himself, right? He is the top. By him all things consist. JC, you sit in the chair, please. If you follow it, well, really down toward the end of it, 29, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. He giveth power to the faint, to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Jesus said, blessed are they that hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. But very often, you hunger and thirst after a point of righteousness. And you hear alcoholism or drugs as a prime example. I think submission's a good thing too, that comes along this line. But for me, I would say, well, I need to quit drinking. And I could do that for a while. But I couldn't whip it. You talk to anybody in AA, you can't whip it. You're weak. That's what he's talking about here. 29, he giveth power to the faint. To them that have no might, he increaseth strength. When you ask yourself, how can I be a mother to this toddler and this baby? I'm in here 24/7. I feel like I'm just going to lose it. I don't have this within me. Or how can I not smoke dope? How can I not? Whatever it is that plagues you. Here's the promise. He giveth power to the faint. To them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Amen. A lot of us have been called, I'll say all of us in this room, certainly, have been called to step up from where we were in the recent past, to step up into something new. So how does that work? Well, if you're called to be, whatever it would be, and you look at it and you think, well, I can't. Let's say you're called to evangelize, and you say, well, I can't do that. I'm kind of afraid of people. That's okay, because if you're standing in your own strength, you're more likely to be, you're more error prone, right? But if you're walking out into something and man, I can't do it. Like Solomon said, God said, you can have anything you want. What do you want? And he said, I find myself as a king over your people, over this great nation. I don't even know how to come in and out. I don't even have manhood down pat. And now I'm asked to lead this nation. Oh God, give me wisdom. And God was so pleased with that. He not only gave him the wisdom he needed, but he gave him everything he could desire with him. So if you find yourself standing in a position that you can't really fill, but motherhood, parenthood certainly, or whatever it would be that's like natural, and you find yourself there, you know that God's going to give you what you need to succeed. Amen. And if you find yourself being pulled into a new position in the body, you can be assured he'll be there too. 29, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no strength he increaseth might. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. 31. And this really hit me when we were singing this song. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Not they that are sitting around, but they that wait upon the Lord. In James it says, Abraham was made perfect by his works. Or you see that now that by works was faith made perfect. When we step up in faith and we wait upon the Lord, when we step up and we willfully, with our understanding, do what we know needs to be done, it's in that your strength will be renewed.